Update. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girlfriend via Reddit? Original post. I made this Reddit account to address you. I won't put your name out there, but I know you regularly read posts like these since you used to bring them up and listen to podcasts with them. I'm sure you'll know it's about you when reading it. I, 29 male, caught my girlfriend, 31 female, cheating on me. This time, I have undeniable proof after she lied to my face about it. We've been friends for 5 years and started dating 3 years ago. I loved this woman with everything I had. I truly thought she felt the same. A few months ago, we hit a rough patch and argued a lot. I really thought we were going to break up. I hit rock bottom. I was severely depressed. One Saturday, we had plans to attend a wedding together. You live a fair distance away, and neither of us had a car, but we didn't mind taking the extra steps to make it work. That morning, I asked what time you'd be coming over, so we could get ready and head out. I even offered to pay for your Uber. You said, okay. Hours went by, I didn't hear from you, and I started spiraling. I had a panic attack. I checked your location and it wasn't your house. It was some random parking lot. I messaged you, no reply. After a while, your location just turned off. I was worried sick. I kept calling, no answer for 6 hours. I was panicking. Then at 9:30 p.m., note this time, you finally picked up. Your first words were, "Are you okay?" And I just broke down crying, asking, "Are we okay?" You told me your phone died and that you were just out with your friends from school, and I believed you. You'd never lied to me before, or so I thought. The next day, I couldn't even get out of bed. Depression hit me like a truck. You came over to comfort me, but something felt off. I tried to shake it off, thinking maybe it was just in my head. That morning, I placed your Apple Watch on the charger. That's when I saw messages from you to your friend from school, the one you hung out with the day of the wedding. One said, he was growling in my ear. Another said, I had to cover up my hickeys like I was in school. Sent around 9:30, the exact time I was crying to you on the phone. When you got out of the bathroom, I saw the marks on your neck. When I asked, you said they were from scratching. On our way to work, I brought up the messages. You said you were lying to your friend, that you made it all up. I didn't believe you, but I swallowed it and swept it under the rug. Today, I was at your house as your family had a birthday party for you. Your family was there, some of your friends, and our mutual friends too, including the one that celebrated you cheating and lying. The house was packed. I drank quite a bit because I knew I wasn't going to have the courage to do what I did. I went to your room to lie down in your bed, saying I didn't feel well. And after some time, I told you I was going home and ordered an Uber. I'm in the Uber now typing this up, along with the iPad I gave you. While lying in your bed, I found it, and on it, I didn't just find proof of you cheating, I found everything. The day you turned your location off, you were with the guy you play Call of Duty with. I'm mad at myself for not catching how often you played with him, and how you'd laugh at his jokes. I saw the messages, how you two talked for months, how you planned a hotel meetup the day after he picked you up from work, how you kissed him in his car, how you told him we broke up. You sending a pic of the hickeys he gave you, and guess what? Those messages? Sent at 9:45 p.m., the same time I was breaking down on the phone, and you were telling me everything was okay. How inconsiderate could you freaking be? Hearing someone you claim to love cry on the phone, and while they are, you're texting your school friend and him about your infidelity. Speaking of the school friend, I saw a conversation celebrating your decision to cheat and laughing about how you got away with it, gassing each other up for lying to me. And there's more shit I found. I found flirty messages with multiple Uber drivers. I found out the ring you said was from your late grandmother was actually from your ex-boyfriend. You wore it our entire relationship. I found messages to him too, telling him you were single, that you will always love him. I saw more messages with your Call of Duty duo, with him saying very sexual things and you saying how nice that sounded. That was the same day I surprised you by coming over to your house for Thanksgiving. I found you sending sexy selfies to multiple men. Some of those pictures were from outings that we were on together. All this crap, and yet you talked about marrying me? You're a piece of shit. Normally, I'm not a petty person, but screw it. By the time I press post, I will have already sent screenshots of everything to your friends, the ones who would be ashamed of you. to your family, the ones who would disown you, to your Call of Duty buddies who knew nothing about your double life, to my family, to our friend group, and to the crappy school friend who knew everything, smiled in my face at the party, and is still there thinking everything is great. Every person who ever believed in us will know the truth. I've never been more disappointed in anyone in my entire life. You made this bed. Now lie in it. So am I the a-hole for exposing my no-good cheating girlfriend and breaking up with her via Reddit? Now for the top comments before reading the updates. This is so petty. I love it. Hate you're going through this, OP. Let us know when she texts you about this post. Limau, right? You just know she's gonna read it and hit OP with a "funny how you didn't say all that to my face" text. I'll be waiting for the update too. I don't even get why the cheating ex even kept the relationship when she was really only interested in being available to everyone. My ex-boyfriend told me, sometimes you like a home-cooked meal and sometimes you like fast food. That is how he looked at cheating. He liked the comfort of having a steady partner but wanted side pieces. I said, well, why don't you go into a relationship stating it will be open? And he said, ew, gross. I don't want my partner to be with other men. Some people are just selfish. Not the a-hole. Set up a physical and get tested for STDs. Oh, I informed an ex who admitted to cheating that I was doing this. She lost it, and I literally laughed out loud at her. Apparently, I hurt her feelings when I said that. Haha. The bad things is that you have to continue to do those tests. Several of them can actually pop negative for years. Wow, that's a lot to unpack. Not the a-hole at all. I hope you sent this information to her family so they know what a nasty, cheating, manipulative sicko their daughter/sibling/relative is and why you will be ghosting her and not around anymore before she's able to spin her weave of deception and blame this breakup on you. 1. Take care of yourself. And remember, this is a good thing because it is better that you find out now rather than investing a lot of time, money, and emotional energy in this relationship. 2. Take some time to heal and don't rush into another relationship until you are ready. 3. Know that almost all of the folks here on Reddit are thinking of you and thinking positive energy for you. Take care of yourself. Good luck. Now for the first update. Thank you all for the overwhelming support and kind messages after my last post. If anyone's wondering, yes, I'm doing okay. Something just clicked while I was going through those messages. For the first time, I truly realized I'm worthy of love, and that the first person who needs to give that love to me is me. Out of all the options I had in that moment, the one I chose felt like the smartest. If I had confronted her in private, she could have manipulated the narrative or gaslit me into doubting what I saw. If I had gone downstairs and made a scene, I would have been surrounded by her family and friends, which would have turned into a screaming match where I'd be outnumbered. So I removed myself from the situation and let the truth unravel on its own. Just to clear a few things up, we both had our locations shared on iPhone. I wasn't stalking her. The sexy photos weren't nudes. And even still, I didn't send those pictures out. Only the text conversations between her and the guys she was messaging. Sending those to people is wrong on another level, and I would never stoop that low. After I left, I took an Uber home, grabbed a few things, and went to stay at my friend's place for the night. I felt okay, but I thought that was just the adrenaline, and I was going to crash hard. I've already signed up for therapy, scheduled an STI test, and I'm planning to take boxing and pottery classes just to keep myself active and focused. While I was staying over, one of her Call of Duty friends messaged me. Turns out the guy she slept with has a wife and kid. I'm not sure how that situation is unfolding, but I hope his wife finds out. That friend also told me she's been removed from their squad. Our mutual friend group has shown a lot of support. One of them even removed her as a bridesmaid from their upcoming wedding and blocked her entirely. I thought everything had finally calmed down until I came back home this morning. I had already blocked her on everything, so there was no way for her to reach me. Instead, she showed up. She drove her parents' car to my house and sat outside until she saw me. As I walked to my door, she came out crying hysterically, a messy mix of sadness and rage. I didn't say a word, just walked inside and closed the door while she yelled from the other side until she eventually left. Nothing was mentioned about the Reddit post, so I guess she didn't see it. Later that day, her brother called me. He apologized on behalf of the family. He said everything seemed normal after I left until their mom checked her phone. She pulled my ex aside, trying to keep things quiet. But then her aunt, the one who talks a lot, shouted, "You're cheating on your boyfriend?" in front of everyone. That blew the lid off. According to him, their family has a history with infidelity, and it caused serious pain in the past. So this incident not only reopened old wounds, but more cheating scandals within the family were exposed that same night. This party was supposed to be a reconciliation moment for relatives who hadn't seen each other in years. And the friend who celebrated the cheating with her? She got cussed out so badly by the family that she left in tears. Her brother told me he doesn't blame me for anything. He even said I handled it better than most would have, and that he's here if I need anything. Honestly, the only thing I feel bad about is unintentionally ripping apart a family that was trying to move forward. I had no idea all that was going on behind the scenes, and I do feel like an a-hole for being the grenade that set it all off. This is one of the first posts I've read where the cheater's friends and family seem to be acting appropriately. I'm sorry this happened, OP, but I'm glad you came out mostly unscathed. Best of luck. Yeah, it's rare to see accountability from the cheater's side for once. Honestly, the only thing I feel bad about is unintentionally ripping apart a family that was trying to move forward. Were they though? Were they? It sounds like cheating is a cause for most of their drama, and a lot of untold drama was unveiled the same night based off your wording. Moving forward requires you not be still doing the same thing that holds you back after all. Like a drug addict can't move forward from their addiction and the harm it's caused others until they clean up their act and make amends, and a cheater isn't far removed from an addict of some variety either to sex or their own ego. Thank you for this perspective. It definitely helps. You only left one loose end. You said you hoped the wife of the guy she was cheating with finds out. Well, you can make sure by telling her yourself. She deserves to know just like you did. I don't know that guy's socials or anything. I can only trust that the group did, but you're right. Second update. Mentally, I've been doing okay. I'd be lying if I said this hasn't been hard. It has. Some days are better than others. Part of me still has the urge to unblock her, just to see what she might say, but I haven't, and I won't. One quote I saw on Twitter has been helping me stay grounded. It said, "Because no amount of I love you can erase the fact that you looked at my worth, weighed it against your urge, and picked the urge." I made that quote my phone's lock screen. It's a constant reminder not to give in. On the health front, I'm clean so far, thankfully. I'm staying cautious and plan to continue regular checkups just to be safe. I'm also currently looking to move. I don't want to risk her showing up at my place again. Therapy's been going great. Pottery, though, I suck horribly, but I'll still continue to go. I still carry some guilt about what happened with her family. I know I didn't cause the fractures, but I lit the match that exposed all of it. According to one of her friends, she's aware of the post. That same friend messaged me, calling me a prick, claiming this was an invasion of privacy and that I should have talked to her one-on-one instead of going public. I didn't respond. After everything that's happened, I've said my piece. I'm not interested in debating my healing process with people who are enabling her. Right now, I'm focused on moving forward. Is this the same friend who got chewed out and left the party previously? No, that was a different friend. Last story. Am I the a-hole for yelling at my brother's ex's daughter for hurting my niece intentionally? For more context, I am 22, my brother is 33, and his ex's daughter is 11. 12 years ago, he had an on and off relationship with this woman. We'll call her Paula. Paula was always a disrespectful person, to the point where our mother told him she was not allowed in our house due to Paula calling our mother out of her name several times. She cheated on my brother, admitted it, and ended up having a baby by the man she cheated on him with, but chose to stay with my brother because he was a family man and he got back together with her. Now her daughter is growing up to act like her, disobedient, dishonest, cursing out classmates and teachers, flipping off the police, and finding pleasure in making others cry. She's already been kicked out of kindergarten, 1st through 3rd grade, and now she is homeschooled because she couldn't keep her hands to herself. Instead of correcting her, Paula would curse out the school. It would fall on my brother, because every time she was in trouble, Paula would drop her daughter off with him and disappear, not answering her phone until she decided to come pick her up. My brother finds no issue with this. Paula's daughter is now 11, and my brother and Paula separated about 5 to 6 years ago, but they're still co-parenting Paula's daughter. Now my brother finally had his first biological child, my niece, whom I absolutely fell in love with. The mother of my niece is cordial with my brother, but they broke up shortly before my niece was born. As every first-time auntie says about their niece or nephew, that's my baby. She is 10 months old as of 2 weeks ago and is already starting to walk. But when I came over to his house to see her, Paula's daughter was there. Every time I tried playing with my niece, or if my niece got too giggly or happy, Paula's daughter would come running to the living room and mess with her by pushing her feet apart to make her lose balance, slamming my niece's fingers in between books by accident, swinging her by the arms while she was trying to practice walking, or picking her up and spinning her around really fast. Eventually, my niece became overstimulated and started crying and fussing. I asked my brother if there was any way he could calm Paula's daughter down. This little girl heard that and immediately got in my face and yelled, "No!" I guess she thought it was cute because she started giggling and continued messing with my niece. I looked at my brother again so he could correct it, and he didn't. I let it go up until it was time for my niece to eat, and she snatched the bottle from my niece's mouth and dangled it over her so she couldn't reach it, making her scream and cry since she was already tired. I screamed at the little girl to leave her alone and go to her room, and it seemed like that was the first time she'd ever been yelled at or disciplined. She ran to her room, slammed the door, and started screaming and throwing things, kicking the door and making weird noises. Now my brother is mad at me because I should have held my tongue and let her be a kid. She's 11 with no social life and has never been corrected for anything, so I don't blame her. I blame my brother and her mother, who didn't address it at a young age. If she does this in front of me, I'm scared about what happens behind closed doors. Now my brother is telling my dad and mom what happened. My dad agrees with him, saying I should have held my tongue, but he understands that I'm just a protective auntie. My mom doesn't think I'm wrong at all. I know he probably told Paula too, so I'm just waiting on a call from her, telling me how much of a bad influence I am. Am I the a-hole? Note, I do understand that yelling at a child is what makes me a bad person here. But Jesus, who's going to sit there and watch their niece who isn't even one yet get treated like that without her dad stepping in? Was I overstepping? Now for the comments. I actually don't think you did enough. If this child is physically hurting the baby in front of her dad, who knows what she's doing when nobody's looking? I think you need to call CPS. I don't say that lightly, but what happens when your brother steps out of the room and the 11-year-old accidentally pushes the baby and she hits her head on the table? This is a mess waiting to happen, and even if they can't take the baby, they probably won't, a CPS scare could help. I see you in the comments saying your brother is an amazing father, and I need you to understand he is not. Letting one child, who isn't his, terrorize his baby in front of him is not how an amazing father acts. He is a bad dad. One of my nieces loved to swing her toddler sister around, swing her around by her wrists, broke her arm. Your brother and his partner are abusers. Call CPS before the baby is seriously hurt. Where's the baby's mom? And why does your brother have custody of a child that's not his? I completely forgot to add that. I'm not even sure if the mom knows about this. She knows how much we hated Paula, but she never got details since we didn't want to scare her off by making it seem like it's his family against Paula. After she got pregnant, she always thought of Paula's kid as really hyper and a little bit too touchy with her stomach. They eventually broke up before my niece was born, but they are cordial. My brother claims he fell in love with a child who wasn't his, as he has no control over her.